Okay, so I would have thought by now you guys would have figured out that you need to have a folder to put in all of your files so that you know where it's at. I've been answering a lot of questions of, I can't find it, I don't know where it went. So I suggest that you follow along with me so that you have it in a folder and you learn it. It is a lifelong skill. You will use it no matter where you go if you have a computer. So the first thing I want you to do is click on the File Explorer on your taskbar. I need you to click on OneDrive. And then the easiest way is if you go up here, you can click on New Folder, call it TV Production. Now I'm going to call mine TV Production 1A because I already have a TV production file. So once you have done that, if I click on TV production, if I double click on it, I can tell that I'm in there because it says TV production 1A, and in here there's nothing. So for right now, we already had other things, but for right now, we're going to make a new folder and we're going to call it SW+Edit, and it stands for Star Wars Edit. We are going to take and edit the trailer that goes along with The Mandalorian, and all of our files in our original files will all be in this folder. So it is located on OneDrive in TV production, and it's called Star Wars Edit or SW+Edit. All right, so now with that being said, we're going to go to Premiere and we're going to click on it and we're going to open it up. And once it opens, we need to save it into this file. So I'm going to walk you through step by step of how to do that. So here's our Premiere Pro interface. We're going to make a new project. We are going to name it Star Wars Edit. You are going to go here where it says project location. Do we see this? And it probably says downloads. It has whatever the last place you saved something is. But we're going to go click on the little down arrow and we're going to go to choose location. We're going to go to OneDrive, TV production. We double click on SW+Edit. So now you can see that I'm in TV production and SW+Edit. I'm going to say select the folder. So now I am putting a file, a Premiere Pro file in named SW+Edit into the folder TV production 1A SW+Edit. So it is there, it is marked. All right, and then once that is done, we're going to create it. We're not selecting media at this point. You're going to create it. And now what the rest of this video is going to be a little bit of me and a little bit of another TV production teacher so that you have a little bit variety, but he teaches a lot like I do, so you're going to go ahead and follow along for the rest of this video.
And that, of course, will launch us into our Premiere Pro desktop. Now, we are going to create bins like we did before. So I'm going to bounce this up here a little bit and expand this, and let's do one for video. And then create them individually so you don't accidentally get bins inside of bins, because you don't want that at this stage. And then we're going to do audio, or you can call this music if you want. Because here, let's do that. Let's do music, because the other bin we're going to create is SFX for sound effects. Okay, so 3 bins: video, which is your clips; music, which is going to be the one music track yet again for this one; and sound effects, which will be multiple options. Okay, then we're going to import that.
Okay, so now we need to download our videos and our sounds and our music. So if you go to Schoology and you go to week 11, 1023 to 1027, and if you go to Monday, there are a bunch of files in here. So the first one that we're going to start with is we're going to start with our Star Wars videos. If you click on them and then you click on the actual, and then down here there is a link. This is the link you need to click on. So you're going to click on the link. And now you can tell that it's downloading by going here. I'm only going to do one with you so that you can, but then you are going to go back and do everything else. So now that it's done downloading, okay, so we're going to go here to our File Explorer. We're going to go on the left-hand side and it says download. And then there you'll see the name of your The Mandalorian Season 2 or whichever one you did. You want to then save that or move that to your SW+Edit folder. So to do that, easiest way, over here we have all of our files. If you hit the little down arrow on OneDrive, you should be able to go down to the one that says TV production. And if you click on it, now there's one called SW+Edit. All I have to do is click, hold, drag, move. So now if I click on this, it's in my TV production, not my SW+Edit. So I put it in the wrong place. Well, that's fine. All I have to do is click, hold, and drag, and it will now be in my SW+Edit. So that all of my work, all of my files will be in the same folder that the project's in. This helps from anybody who's gotten the offline message, etc.
Okay, to get started, let's import a couple of those clips. So here is our video. I'm going to right click. I'm going to do import. Remember, there are a couple other ways to import. I'm going to navigate to my folder, which is my Premiere Projects, and then Star Wars Edit. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Mandalorian trailer clip, and then that will populate. All right, after you have all of your video downloaded, let's make sure we create the sequence from one of these clips before we started, just like we learned before. That way all of our video and media will match. So let's just grab this one here, right click, new sequence from clip, and then that'll put the clip in there. Then you can delete that, and then go ahead and put your music in there because we're going to start with that. But this way the video clips will then all be set and good to go. So much like we did with the other edit, let's start with your music as our base, okay? So here's the edit, and much like our first edit, we kind of have a real slow, methodical start here. You can see the levels are very ominous as tension is building. Okay, so again, pay attention to the audio levels, not what you may be hearing in your AirPods or your earbuds, okay? Because by the time this track gets over here, we hit those peaks again. So I recommend doing what we did before, bring the entire track down in, blow it up a little bit, and then you can, this is how you zoom and scroll, and then hit that wrench tool and then expand all tracks. That way you can see the rubber band in there, and then shrink this down just a little bit so you can see where you're putting stuff. Give it a listen. All right, so we're right about there. Okay, so around that 25, 26 second mark. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put that keyframe. So again, there's one that's an anchor, and there's one that you're going to move. I'm going to slide this one down just a little bit. Now, if we slide a little further into this track, we're probably going to want to put another one. So that mark around the 38 second mark. So let's put an anchor, let's put one beside it, and then drag this down just ever so slightly. Okay, and that should get you through the rest of the track. So I would set 2 different sets of keyframes, one here around that 24, 25 second mark, and another one here around the 37, 38 mark. And then remember, you're putting one as an anchor and then dragging the second one down just a little bit. Turn off your keyframes, make sure you do a file save. And then what you want to do from here is go ahead and import the rest of those video clips and just start scanning them, okay? So I'll do a second tutorial that deals with the sound effects and precise things, but use what you know about in and out points. Now remember, you're going to have to use in and out points here because you're already editing an edit, if that makes any sense, okay? Because they've taken these clips from larger things. So if we're going to put, let's just say, for example, I know one of the big things I liked in here was this IG-88 part here. Yeah, where he's doing the whole spin around 360 pivot. Okay, now notice I'm going frame by frame up here in my source panel. Look at my timecode numbers over here, okay? So when I click off of that, I'm going frame by frame. See 25, 24, I'm going to the left using my left and right arrows to give myself a precise endpoint. Okay, so when I want that to change, I want to make sure I'm on the very first frame of the scene that I want. Now, to be safe, I sometimes go 1 frame additionally in, okay, because every once in a while, because you're dealing with an edit that's already edited, it might grab the frame before it, so I like to go 1 frame deeper. So I've set this here. Here's my endpoint, okay, and I want it to end before we see the stormtroopers. So there's where we see them. I'm going 1. I'm going to go 1 more back just to be safe. And now I can drag and drop because I don't want the sound effects to come with this. And let's just say I put this somewhere around here. Let's blow this up so I can see it. Okay, and let's watch. Okay, and let's move this over just a little bit. Okay, so you see I've got no frames of anything that is before or after that wee little clip. And again, we're only talking a couple of seconds here. Okay, so as you start choosing your stuff, again, my recommendation is to watch the media first. You've got 5 or 6 clips you're dealing with here. Watch the media first. If you want to take some notes, you can, but try to see some of the scenes you may want to include. Okay, so download all that media, download the music, download those top 3 sound effects, import those, and get yourself started, and I'll make another tutorial that'll help us fine-tune this edit. Of course, if you have any questions, please see me out.